Hi, welcome into Content on Tap. In this step, we're going to look at what a lead magnet is, what a profitable problem is, and how all of that plays into your 6-month strategy. I'm going to be running through a few examples from your Instant Start Guide PDF that are a little bit too long to fit into this webpage. So if you want to follow along step by step, you can access that PDF guide through your delivery email. You can download another copy from the link just below this video. Now, there are 4 text fields beneath this video on the page that you can enter your answers to all 4 of these questions. You can go back through the video, you could pause it and answer them one at a time if you want to. There's also brief examples that you'll see as you scroll down included with each question. They're just not quite as broken down as they are in your guide that, again, you can download from the link below or you can access in your delivery email. Let's jump in. So first off, what is a lead magnet and what's a profitable problem? A lead magnet is an instant deliverable that provides a prospect with a complete solution to a narrow problem within your niche. You can think of this kind of like Costco giving free samples. They're getting people's interest. They're getting people in the door with tiny free samples, and then they're selling them on the full product once they're hooked. Now, why is it worth our time as a business to do this? Because once the lead magnet solves the narrow problem for the prospect, the solution will reveal a larger, profitable problem that is immediately solved by your core offer. Here's a few examples. Example 1 for a lawyer. An example law firm specializing in fighting DUI cases might use a checklist lead magnet outlining 3 ways to beat any DUI in court. The narrow problem here is that they're scared as a consumer. They don't know what their options are after likely getting a DUI. The lead magnet outlines the options available to them based on common DUI scenarios and details how each solution would work and why. The profitable problem that you solve is helping them pick the correct option and then implementing it in court. Here's another example for a law firm. A firm specializing in divorce might use an ebook lead magnet outlining 7 steps to keeping your house or to maintaining custody. The narrow problem here is, again, they're scared. They don't know what their options are when splitting with a partner. The lead magnet outlines the options available to them based on common divorce scenarios and outlines how each of these solutions would work and why. The profitable problem that you solve, again, is helping them pick the correct option and then implementing it in court. Let's look at an example for real estate. An example realtor specializing in coastal luxury properties might use a 90-minute guide lead magnet detailing the exact steps to find their dream lifestyle neighborhood. The narrow problem here is that they're looking to move. They've already made that decision, but they don't know what their best option would be. The lead magnet provides steps to pair their wants, needs, and goals with the perfect lifestyle fit neighborhood-wise. The profitable problem you solve is helping them find a home in that area. Let's look at another example in real estate. An example realtor specializing in short-term vacation rentals, that's Airbnb, might use a flowchart lead magnet that shows how to find the most profitable neighborhoods. A narrow problem here is that they're looking to invest in a property, but they don't know what their best option would be to actually make money. The lead magnet outlines steps to pair their wants, needs, and goals with a profitable neighborhood, and the profitable problem that you solve is helping them find a property in that area. So let's apply this to your business. We'll do all of the hard parts for you, but we need to answer these 4 easy questions first in order to build your lead magnet. Step 1. What is your profitable problem? What is the most profitable problem your business solves? What does your primary offer help people to accomplish? What product or service do you want to attract more customers for? Example, you fight DUI cases, you sell luxury homes, you settle divorce cases, you help people buy profitable Airbnb investments, you help people eliminate back pain, you help people lose weight. You get the point. What is the thing that you do in exchange for money? Step 2, who is your ideal client? Who's the ideal client you want to solve this problem for? If your profitable problem, for example, is fighting DUI cases, Your ideal person might be car drivers 21 and up, or the parents of college-aged kids that recently incurred a DUI. If your profitable problem is settling divorce cases, your ideal person might be married men or married women. If your profitable problem is helping people find homes in exclusive neighborhoods, your ideal person might be luxury real estate buyers or investors. You can also niche down here if you specifically work with athletes or parents with children or business owners, etc. You can get as granular or as specific as you want to on this step, but outline who your ideal person, your ideal client is. Step 3. How long does solving this problem take? This is a quick one. How long does it typically take under regular circumstances to solve this problem? It can be 30 seconds, it can be a day, a week, 6 months, a year, etc. How long under normal day-to-day circumstances does it typically take for you to be able to solve the profitable problem, the main thing that you do for clients? How long does that problem typically take to solve? Step 4, and this is the most important one. What frequently asked questions do prospects always ask? What frequently asked questions do you find yourself answering for this ideal customer every time there's a first meeting? If you were to give them a 30-minute paid consultation, what are the general bullet points you would cover? What questions would you answer preemptively, already knowing they're going to be asked? And then what would you expect them to ask as a follow-up once you give those answers? Here are some good FAQ frameworks that will help jog your memory, help you run through an easy thought process of what people typically ask you and what you might expect. These FAQ frameworks are, how do I do blank? This could be, how do I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? How do I get out of this DUI? How do I file for divorce? How do I keep my house? How do I know if blank? How do I know if this is going to work? How do I know if this is going to come up? How do I know if they're going to say this? How do I know if ABC? What will I need for blank? What happens after blank? Do I need to do blank before blank? Will there be any way to avoid blank? Will blank cost me? Will I be able to blank? How long before blank happens? When do I have to blank? Has blank ever happened? How could we get past blank obstacle? You can fill in the blanks here with a lot of different things, but these are easy frameworks that you can fill in to help eliminate some really common questions that I'm sure you've been asked 100 times. For each main question that you lay out that you would cover in one of these paid consultations with your ideal client, please list A, the question, and B, 2 to 4 quick bullet points on what you would answer. We'll explore deeper answers to these in our strategy sessions, so you can just list what you would answer, not the actual answer in full detail. For example, if the question was, how do I walk my dog? Just for an easy example, our answer for this exercise is we would write down the question, how do I walk my dog? So we can fill in that blank. How do I blank walk my dog? The things that we would answer, the bullet points we would list onto this is, I'd explain how to find and attach the leash. I would detail how to exit the house efficiently. I'd explain how to begin the walk, and I'd answer how long to walk for. I wouldn't necessarily, under each of these bullet points right now, write out the steps of how to find the leash, of how to exit the house efficiently. I would just write down that that's what I would explain as a bullet point, and I'd move on. We can, again, go into more detail with these in our actual consultation. This is just to get the information in a written down format that's quick and easy for you in a way that we can get prepped ahead of our meeting. Another example for this would be if their question was, how do I buy a profitable Airbnb? Our answer for this exercise would look like, again, we'd write down the question, how do I buy a profitable Airbnb? How do I blank? The blank is buy a profitable Airbnb in this case. And I would, for the bullet points that we're going to answer, I'd explain how to establish your budget. I'd explain how to find an ideal neighborhood. I would answer how to apply for necessary permits, and I'd explain becoming a host with Airbnb. Again, those are the 4 bullet points that I would write down for this. I wouldn't, again, under these, go through the steps of you would do this to find your budget, you would look for this number, you would use this tool. Just write down in general what it is that you would, the topic that you would be answering in bullet point format, and we can dive into that for the main bullet points that we're going to use deeper on our call. To wrap up this step, use the following FAQ frameworks. They're the same ones from above. I'm just putting them here so you don't have to scroll back. Use these frameworks to outline general question and answer combos that we'll use to build your lead magnet. You don't have to use every single framework if they don't apply to you and to questions that you're typically asked. They're just here to help jog your memory. So again, these example frameworks: how do I blank? How do I make a sandwich? How do I apply for this permit? How do I avoid this pain point? 2, how do I know if blank? How do I know if I need this? How do I know if I can get out of this ticket? How do I know if they recorded what speed I was going? How do I know if my toothpaste is working? How do I blank? What will I need for blank? What will I need for this proposal? What will I need for this permit? What will I need for this process? What ingredients do I need to put in the mix here? Blank. What happens after blank? After we do this, what comes after blank? Do I need to do blank before blank? This is them asking, can I just skip to blank, or is there a process here? Do I need to do A before B? Another one, is there a way to avoid blank? This is usually a pain point. This is something that's time consuming. This is something obviously they want to avoid. Is there a way to avoid getting my license suspended? Is there a way to avoid going through the escrow process? Is there a way to avoid having the buyer pull out of the deal? Is there a way to avoid this thing I don't want to deal with? Blank. Another one, what will blank cost me? What will this service cost me? What will this fine cost me? What will this court process cost me? What will blank cost me? When will I be able to blank? When will I be able to drive my car again? When will I be able to submit this document? When will I be able to file for divorce? When will I be able to accomplish this goal that I have in my head that I'm trying to get to? How do I get to blank? How long before blank happens? I know that blank is coming up. We've already detailed blank is coming up. How long before blank? This can be something that they're looking forward to. This is how long before I get to this thing that I want to get to. This can be something bad. This is how long before this inevitable, undesirable result happens. How long before I have to show up in court? How long before I have to pay this fine? Or it can be, how long before this goes through? How long before I qualify for this property? How long before blank happens? Another one, why do I have to blank? This kind of piggybacks on the one before. Why do I have to deal with this annoying thing? Why do I have to submit this document? Why do I have to qualify for this? Why do I have to pay this? Why do I have to do this thing that I don't want to do? Fill in that blank. Why do I have to blank? Almost to the end, has blank ever happened? Has this fear that they have in their mind ever happened? Has this undesirable result that they've heard of, that you've mentioned, that they have in their head, has this ever happened? Has losing this case ever happened? Has losing 50% of everything I've worked for ever happened? Has getting to the end of this workout plan and not getting results ever happened? Has blank ever happened? I'm sure you have a couple ideas of what this blank would be, but again, has blank ever happened? Answer that question for them ahead. Last one here. How can we get past blank obstacle? How can we get past this thing I've had in my way? How can we get past this thing that's going to take the next couple of months? How can we get past this insurmountable fee that I don't have the money for? How can we get past this process that I don't qualify, this permit that I don't qualify for? If there's a way past it, if there's not a way past it, how do I get past blank? These are common FAQ frameworks. There are, I'm sure, a dozen more that you can think of that might come to mind that'll spider off of these. Once you have the answers to all 4 questions, go ahead and hit submit at the bottom of the page and you're done. Great job for getting to the end of this so quickly, and I can't wait to jump into the answers for this a little bit more deep on our strategy call. Thank you again for jumping in to Content on Tap, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.